Hey guys, Paige here. It is Pop in a Box time, and for those of you keeping track, this is the June Pop in a Box. This time around, I once again, just like I did for May, I got 3 Pops and 1 Dorb. Now, I did have somebody comment on my last video. I would like to thank that viewer. They told me that even if you have Dorbs turned off on your Pop in a Box subscription, they can still send you Dorbs if you've thumbs up the Dorbs. So if you have the if you have the Dorbs category turned off on your Pop in a Box subscription, you can still receive Dorbs if you've thumbs up those Dorbs, telling Pop in a Box that you might eventually want them. So that's why I keep receiving 3 Pops and a Dorb. That's okay with me. I would rather have a box of all Pops, but at least for the meantime, it is a majority of Pops versus 1 Dorb. And the Dorb I got this time, I think she's really cute. I think you guys will like her. I definitely liked her. So let's dive right in. I'll first show you the Dorb. So the Dorb I got this month, I'm sure I thumbsed it up because I thought she was cute, but here she is. She is the Queen of Hearts, obviously from Alice in Wonderland, off with her head and all that. She is very, very cute. Again, I'm doing my best to get you guys some glare-free shots over here, as I do keep my Dorbs in the boxes. So if I keep her, I'm not going to take her out. For those of you wondering, I did not keep Alice that I got last time, mostly because she wasn't the regular Alice anyways. If I was going to keep one, I'd want to keep the regular Alice, but this one I might keep. She's pretty cute, and I think something about the juxtaposition of a Dorb with a villain, somebody that's supposed to be considered evil being made adorable, is just kind of cute and quirky. And anyway, I've always liked the Queen of Hearts. She never scared me as a kid. She was one of the Disney villains that never scared me. I just kind of thought she was funny. I'll probably keep her. Anyway, that's Disney's Alice in Wonderland, the Queen of Hearts. That is the first item in my Pop in a Box this month. The second item we'll go with is from one of my favorite and I believe underrated movies. It's the movie Mean Girls. I never particularly thought I would have this Pop, mostly because I never thought they'd make Mean Girls Pops. Never thought when it came out it'd be popular enough to have a toy line. Even when Pops started coming out, I didn't really think Mean Girls was popular enough to warrant a line. However, I found out from some of my friends of the younger generation that it has become a cult classic among their generation, which I think is kind of funny considering it came out when most of them were a lot younger. But anyways, she is Katie. Another reason I never thought I'd have her is because, well, quite frankly, I never thought I'd have a Lindsay Lohan Pop in my whole life. But, yeah. Anyway, so that was her box, and if you notice, she wasn't in the box for a very good reason. I took the Pops out of the box already so that you could see them unboxed. You're welcome if you appreciated that. If you didn't, well, I just thought you'd like seeing them out of the box better than in the box. So there is the heroine of Mean Girls, played by Miss Lindsay Lohan, before she got infamous, so to speak. I thought all the actresses in this movie did a great job. I think this is a hilarious movie. If you're just looking for a sort of silly teen comedy, I think you'd really enjoy it. I like this Pop a lot. I like her hair sculpt. I'm not really sure you quite got Lindsay Lohan, at least as portrayed, as she was portraying Katie. I think maybe if you would have added freckles or some other detail on the cheeks, maybe it would have come off more as Katie. Maybe some rose coloring on the cheeks, maybe some freckles. I'm not particularly happy with my version of Katie here anyways. The paint on her shoes, I'm not sure I can get you a good look at that, but let me see. Let me see if I can zoom you in here and get you a good look at the shoes. Well, there's about as good as it's going to get. If you can see that, the paint job on these shoes isn't that great. I do concern myself with paint jobs. It's more of an aesthetic thing rather than a value thing for me, as I never plan on selling off my collections. But aesthetically, I do like to have nice paint jobs. Now, Funko, when I first started collecting Pops, was, back kind of when they very first started to get popular, and they weren't really great on their paint jobs. You had a lot of really bad paint jobs, actually, and you really had to look out for that when you were purchasing Pops. That's really not the case nowadays. Nowadays, you're much more likely to find good paint jobs. That's probably why I'm so disappointed with my Katie Pop. I think her paint job could have been a lot better. But overall, I'm happy to have her. I'm still surprised, but happy that Mean Girls got its own Pop line. I look forward to collecting the rest of the line, and whether I get those in a Pop in a Box or I get those at my local comic book shop, I will showcase those off to you guys if or when I get them. My third item that I received in my Pop in a Box this month. I'm sorry, I keep playing with my hair. There's a piece of hair sticking up here, and it's really bothering me. But anyways, my third item in my Pop in a Box this month is something that continues a line that Pop in a Box started for me. I think it was a few months back, maybe in my April Pop in a Box, the first one I unboxed. It's the Saved by the Bell line, which was a show that I enjoyed very much. I enjoyed very much as a teenager, a preteen. I still enjoy very much as an adult. Yes, I know it's a sort of cheesy teen soap opera. But with Saved by the Bell, I think it's just one of those shows where you go into it knowing exactly what you're going to get. And if you don't go into it knowing exactly what you're going to get, nowadays with the internet and all the resources you have, well then shame on you. If you're just looking for a fun little, cheesy little teen soap opera, it's probably about one of the best that you can do. And now it's so iconic that, I wasn't surprised at all this got a Pop line. I am happy to continue it. For those of you that did watch my April Pop in a Box, I believe it was, I got Jesse Spano and AC Slater, who were one of my favorite couples in the TV series. This time around, I got probably the most iconic couple in the TV series, the titular couple, if you will. They weren't my favorite couple, but everybody's got to have them, especially if you're going to have a Saved by the Bell line. You need the narrator of our story, played by Mark Paul Gosselaar. That is Zach Morris. I'll show you Zach first, and then I'll show you his box. There's Zach. As you can see, he's holding his trademark really large cell phone that we all thought was really cool in the early 90s. That's now just sort of ridiculous, but yeah, there's Zach. He's got on his watch too, for those of you that know, especially late season Zach. More had a watch on all the time. I really appreciate that detail. I also really appreciate these shoes. They very much look like the shoes that Zach wore in the series. The hair sculpt, I think, is pretty good, showing it all gelled back like Zach tended to have his hair. I think this pop does a very good job of conveying Zach Morris. I think if you set this on the shelf, any good late 80s, early 90s kid would look at that and go, of course, that's Zach Morris. So there's my Zach pop. Like him. He was always the one that I had more of a crush on. I will say I'm a Zach girl. Speaking of bad paint jobs like I did with the Katie Pop, the only all of his little details are very well painted. The hand on his phone is a little messy, but that's to be expected. The thing that I don't like very much, not sure if you can see it, but there's sloppy paint done around his hairline there, where his hair meets his scalp. Again, just an aesthetic thing for me, kind of nitpicky. Really, really love my Zach pop. I look forward to getting the rest of the line, maybe from Pop in a Box, maybe on my own. But yeah, there's Zach. And, as I said, the titular couple. So Zach Morris, of course, would not be complete without his lady love, one Miss Kelly Kapowski. Kelly, of course, is in her Bayside Tigers cheerleader's uniform. She's got her hair back in an updo because she's in her cheerleader uniform. I like this pop. I like the detail. I like the detail in the hair sculpt on the back there. I like the little scrunchie she's got in her hair. You know, us 90s kids always had to do the scrunchie. I like that it has a little bee on her uniform there. For Bayside. I like her pom-poms. I think those are very well done. I don't think that this conveys a sense of Tiffany Amber Thiessen as much as the Zach pop conveys Mark Paul Gosselaar. I don't think that you would look at this pop on her own and immediately go, oh yeah, that's Kelly Kapowski. Now, of course, when paired with Jesse, Slater, and Zach, of course you'll know it's Kelly. I just don't think you would know that this was Kelly on her own as much as you would with maybe like Zach. Overall, I thought my Pop in a Box was great this month. I was really excited to see my Saved by the Bell Pops. I love the Saved by the Bell Pop line. I love that I have them thanks to Pop in a Box. I was very happy to see my Mean Girls Pop. Like I said before, I really like that movie. I think it's underrated. The Queen of Hearts, while I wasn't expecting to get her, I think she's very cute. I'm very happy to have her. And the paint issues I went over with Funko Pops, with the Funkos, well, that's just something you deal with Pops, and it's kind of to be expected among us Pop collectors, and doesn't really bother me. It's certainly not Pop in a Box's fault. They just box up the Pops and ship them to you. They're not really, to blame for any paint job issues. I would like to commend Pop in a Box if you guys are watching it. As the company, their boxing this time was really well done. They had them in a large box so that the boxes weren't crammed in together. They had each one bubble wrapped so that the boxes were protected, which we all know. I'm an out-of-the-box collector, but I do keep my Pop boxes. So we know that as collectors, the condition of our boxes is often important to us. So I would like to commend them for protecting the boxes really well. I would also like to thank them for each of the Pops I received. I enjoyed all of them. I was really excited about the Saved by the Bell Pops. I hope to get, I think the only one I have left to get now from that line is Screech. In fact, let me look on the back here and I'll find out. Oh no, I forgot about Lisa. I need to get Screech and Lisa still. Well, that makes sense, as they were kind of not so much a couple in the show, but more of a, an idea of a couple, as he was hopelessly in love with her. I'm going to show you the Zach and Kelly boxes, as I didn't do that before. So there's the Kelly box. The same Saved by the Bell box art we saw with Jessie and Slater boxes. The iconic Saved by the Bell art, very colorful with all the swirls and all the streamers and the fireworks. Of course, the Saved by the Bell logo, a very colorful side there, featuring Kelly's name. The back, of course, shows you all the ones you can get. Like I said before, now I have Zach, Kelly, Slater, Jessie, and I still have to get Screech and Lisa. Maybe Pop in a Box will come through for me on that front. The side just, of course, says the character name like all Pop boxes do. And here is Zach's, identical to Kelly's, except for, it's a Zach box instead of a Kelly box. There's Zach. I would like to thank Pop in a Box for enabling my Pop habit every month. I would like to thank all of you guys for watching. Of course, hit the like and subscribe button. Feel free to hit me up with any suggestions that you have as far as what I could do in my videos or what videos you'd like to see me do in the future. I'm going to start branching out beyond unboxings pretty quick here. I'm gonna, as I've mentioned before in my videos, I'm gonna do a Let's Talk About series featuring some of my favorite TV series, synopsises of those series, as well as episodes I think you should watch if you want to get into the series. But any other suggestions or anything you've seen in the background in my apartment here that you'd like me to review, or anything that I haven't done a detailed review on that you'd like me to, just drop me a line and let me know about it. Comment below, like, subscribe, or you can even, I do have my inbox on YouTube set up to accept messages, so you can message me any suggestions you have. I love reading those. I love communicating with you guys. I love that YouTube has a community. I love that I'm almost up to 12 subscribers. It might be 12 by the time I upload this video. I'd like to thank all of you guys for that. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and commenting. And I will see you next time.